So this man they fear to buy. Now the man they encourage terrorism in Nigeria. Now the man they support bandits, terrorists, where they all our life people, where they butcher people. Because we know the president and Tinubu refuse to arrest the man. Nigeria army is even coming out explaining that the reason they can't arrest him is this and that. What a shame and a disgraced nation. A country of a particular concern. Why in the fear? Why in the delete them? Make him leave them. Nigeria is the next target. US will strike Nigeria very soon. And most of our top leaders will be arrested. Those that are sponsoring terrorism, watch how all of them will be arrested. One person self is number one. Name that person at the comment section.
Sheikh Gumi is so afraid to the point that he has deleted all his posts he made about the United States of America after Donald Trump captured Venezuela President Nicolas Maduro with his wife. Sheikh Gumi is afraid. So Sheikh Gumi, I thought you are the spokesman, not that I thought you are the spokesman of Boko Haram, terrorist group in Nigeria, ISWAP and all that. You are the one who has been saying that they are your brothers, they are your family, they are your children, that they should not touch them. So all the insults you've been made, all the insult that you did, or the insult that you've been insulting the United States of America, you went and deleted all of them. So Sheikh Gumi, so you are afraid of the United States of America. For Sheikh Gumi by that. You never carry full country president. Who are me? You don't go be cash. Oh, full country president like that for middle of the night. Who are me? Hope you guys understand the reason why Nigeria is afraid of the United States of America since the war Donald Trump called this country a country of a particular concern. Wow. A country of a particular concern is even better than to carry our president of this country, but I believe all Nigerians will want that.
I am a Muslim and I disassociate myself from anything that Sheikh Gumi she is saying or doing. If you are supporting Sheikh Gumi in what she is doing, then you are not a true Muslim. These are not my words, but I support this sentence 100%. Let me play this video from one of our Muslim brothers for you so that you are going to see it.
Honestly, with the way Sheikh Gumi is going, he's going to even cause more harm than good to the religion of Islam. I sincerely do not support what he's doing, because I wonder how you are going to be sympathetic to terrorists and forgetting the victims of the terrorists. How can we continue like this? And if Sheikh Gumi continues to do what he's doing, it's going to even make the situation more complicated, and because he's an Islamic cleric, is going to bring more bad light to the religion of Islam. I am advising Sheikh Gumi to read the room. Please, Sheikh Gumi should read the room and understand what is happening and stop making, he should just stop commenting. Because he is further making, he's exacerbating the entire situation to be even worse than what it is.
Guys, please and please look for data. Go and get data and watch this video. Watch this video at this interview of Sheikh Gumi. This interview, watch it to the end, I beg. Go and get data and watch this video. Watch this video to the end and listen to what Gumi said about Tinubu. Listen to what Gumi asked Tinubu to do in order to combat insecurity. Go and look for data and watch this video, and don't forget to share it. Let's go.
Nigeria, if you are a fan of the social media, whenever you hear Gumi, then I have a barrage of missiles coming at me, all because of mispresentation. My dear brothers, you are all ulama, and you are more likely to understand. We found ourselves in an eye of the storm of insecurity which we are discussing, and we found the reason The basic reason is what all these erudite prophets has been saying. Lack of education, unemployment. These are the two evils. So when I understand that our herdsmen
Share this video.
are suffering from these two, you can imagine now, if we select maybe 10 people here, keep them with the cows alone, there's no communication with the outside world of the civilization. Come back in 1 year and see how these 10 representatives will be. They will be moving like a cow. If you don't give man education, he'll be an animal. So I said, the best way to combat insecurity is to go and see the source of the insecurity. In trying to go there and establish contact with them and open channels for them to get educated, then it became a problem. Why is Dr. Gumi? He knows where they are. When I go with the police. I don't go alone. I go with the government. It's not a one-man mission. I carry everybody along. Invited by state governors. Please try come and speak to these people. And this is what we have been doing. So, to give an example, myself, in a very notorious area that is between Abuja and Kaduna, because that is where they kidnap the rich people. We gathered them, spoke to them, and I promised them one thing. I will build a school for you, and you will be the one that will build the school. So we got a place in the grazing area. We built a school for them. Now, if you go to that place, Janjala, there are more than 2,000 herdsmen with their women and children learning, becoming human beings. This is what I want government and non-governmental organizations to take the bull by their hands. I once met a president, a former president. I told him, I heard on the YouTube,
Video, guys. Share this video.
the richest man in Nigeria or in Africa saying, you made them billionaires. Billionaires not in naira but in dollars. And the whole crowd was clapping and hailing. So when I met this former head of state, I said, look, we have billionaires you've met. Why didn't you talk to them? Let them assist us in building schools all over our forests. He said, I will try. I said, sir, it's more than trying. If we want to save this nation, we have to educate. We can't expect the government to do it. But since we have rich men, and rich men from that area, if we talk to them as ulema, you know how rich men, when you go to their doors, they think you're coming to beg for your own self. He said, I will try. And I think he's still trying. We don't get cooperation, neither from government, neither from the political influencers, neither from the rich men. So these people are left there forced into being criminals because of lack of education and lack of employment. How do they have lack of employment? It is because for a long time their cattle was rustled and everybody was it's just a news in the newspaper. I used to be in Lagos in 1982 to 85, and with Nigerian Airways, I fly from Kaduna to Lagos. Before, in the 80s, when you take off, you will see white patches where you see cattle rearing. But today, from Sokoto to Kaduna, Kaduna to Lagos, you will not see one single patch. All cattle, we are most rustled. They don't have occupation. They don't have education. So they are forced into this. How do you know they are forced? Because when you go into them and ask them, do you want peace? They will say, yes, yes, we are tired, we want peace. So people are saying, okay, why don't you talk about Boko Haram? Why don't you talk about the IPOB? They don't want peace. Those people don't want peace. So we talk with somebody who wants to lay his arms and rehabilitate it into being a human being. So this is in short what I've been doing and why I'm labeled with all the names you hear. You scholars, I know you understand, and pardon me for that. Our relationship with the Southwest has been old. I think it's high time this congregation and the Northern congregation will unite and form a powerful political bloc. This is how the Jews, about 6 million in the world, are controlling like states like America, where there are more than 400 million people. Why? Because they are one bloc. If the Muslims in the Southwest and the Muslims in the North will come together in a congregation and have a consensuous leadership, honestly, the story is finished. I hope this kind of conferences will continue, and then we merge it into one and elect leaders, officials that will run it. I'm sure Nigerian Muslims will be happy, especially when we are facing an existential threat, because a colonist, an imperialist,
Welcome back to the channel. So Sheikh Gumi deleted his tweets, and a video was seen where he was calling on northern politicians to speak out for him. And a lot of people have a lot to say. From the videos I've played, you can hear what those people have to say. For someone that claims confidence in his role as a peace mediator, so this sudden digital cleanup looks like, or it looks less like strategy and more like a panic. That's why a lot of people are saying he is scared. So many Nigerians are asking a simple question, that if your words were truly about peace, why are you deleting them? We all know how Gumi has built a public record of statements that consistently, when I use that word, he tried to soften the image of bandits. While communities were being wiped out, school children were abducted, and villages were burned down, he focused on explaining the grievances of armed groups. And he repeatedly warned the government against using force. He criticized military operations and also urged negotiations that often sounded like rewards for terror. So this is a pattern already. Because when one person just come out and he continues to rationalize violence, he stopped being dialogue and he start looking like an advocacy. So the fear now expressed by this man, whether real or is being exaggerated, it suggests that he understands the weight of his own words. International counter-terrorism laws are clear. Anyone that materially supports, legitimizes, or consistently provides public justification for terrorist groups, they risk scrutiny. Those people risk scrutiny. You don't need to fire a weapon to aid terrorism. Information warfare, narrative control, and moral cover are powerful tools, and this man Gumi has provided plenty of that. What's even more troubling is his appeal to northern politicians to rally around him. And this turns a personal accountability issue into an ethnic and a regional shield. Because instead of answering legitimate questions that Nigerians are asking him, he is framing criticism as an attack on the North. And that tactic is actually dangerous, because it divides the country and protects individuals rather than victims. And I feel leadership should not be like that. If this man truly cares about peace, his advocacy will begin with empathy for victims, not excuses for killers. He will demand unconditional surrender, disarmament, and justice, not negotiations that embolden criminals. So deleting tweets, that's not going to erase anything, because one thing with social media is they don't forget anything. So if you like go and delete all your tweets, a lot of people already have it. And we can't continue to defeat banditry while influential figures continue to sanitize it. So that's just the truth. Well, what's the take on this? Please kindly let me know what you think in the comment section. And if today is the first time joining my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
This is 1 hour later after Donald Trump strike Venezuela and arrest their president, Maduro, and his wife. Fear can't catch him. He can't go delete all the insult where he heap on Donald Trump.
Never even thought I would witness anything like this in my life. It just goes to show you how different this President Trump is from the first term President Trump. It goes to show you how much investment, the overwhelming and incredible investment that these guys have made in the direction of intelligence gathering. Intelligence to the point they had to align this operation to become this swift, this fast, lightning speed. The president of a nation. Can you imagine the amount of diplomacy, high level diplomacy, almost out of worldly level diplomacy, and then intelligence. My goodness, because I know a little bit about intelligence gathering, when I think of the amount of resources that must have gone into this, it makes my heart almost want to stop. Because the operation was too smooth, it was too swift. And what does that remind you? Doesn't it remind you of Nigeria? Remember when America spoke about Nigeria? Remember how that my people went to town with all their propaganda and the challenging and beating their chests and clenching their fists and said, America, you can't do anything. While they were doing all of that, intelligence gathering was on another level in Nigeria. And how did we know? The strike in Sokoto. When that strike happened, be honest, did you ever know there was such a massive terrorist base in Sokoto? I had never heard anything that has to do with terrorist base in association with Sokoto before that time. But you see, they found out. Imagine how many other locations they already know in Nigeria. Imagine how many other terrorist sympathizers and supporters and funders and sponsors they already have their locations figured out in Nigeria. And like I say to people, this President Trump is different. When he moves, he doesn't know how to look back. That strike in Sokoto was a warning to say, hey guys, we're on ground. And this is only just the beginning. This strike in Venezuela that just took this guy away after making some statements that America can't do anything and having press conferences day before yesterday or even yesterday to say, hey, we're negotiating with America, everything's going to be fine. This is to tell you who is out there thinking that America has forgotten about me, that, hey, we're coming. We're coming. It's a lesson. It's a lesson to all the people who are troubling the rest of us and refusing to allow us to drink and drop our cup, to have peace. All of you, this is a lesson. This is a sign that, hey, we're coming. Will Nigeria learn from this and speed up their response in the direction of restoring peace and stolen dignity and sovereignty to people who have been so terribly marginalized and oppressed just on account of who or how they choose to worship, has gone on for close to 2 decades. We started with denial, then we propagandized, and then at the end of the day, we began to challenge even the helper who wants to come to help. Are you going to learn from this, or are you going to continue to be adamant, ignorantly adamant? It's up to you. But this is a lesson, a sign that Trump is never going to look back until these guys are dislodged in Nigeria completely. You watch, you're going to see it. And for people who think that, oh, Russia has betrayed Venezuela, blah, 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 you don't understand politics. The level of politics you understand is a little bit lower, or far, far, far lower than this one. This is what has happened to me is a masterclass in international diplomacy. For people who think that President Trump is stupid, now you understand that this is probably the best president America has ever had. And not because he went to pick up the president of a nation, but because of the manner in which he executes. I'm not talking about the action, I'm talking about the pattern. No other president that I know in recent memory could have done what this man has just done. Look how everything was just going smoothly. Nobody knew what was coming. And all of a sudden, the president of a nation was picked up with his wife. Not too many casualties. Just clean. Masterclass in international diplomacy. Do you know how much diplomatic meetings and agreements that were entered into with so many other allied nations to Venezuela before this happened? It's eventually going to end up being a win-win for both America and Russia and all the other people involved. You will not understand that, but I'm telling you right now. Nations get traded. People get sacrificed when special interests cross roads. It's true. And so this message is to you, Nigeria. I hope you learned from this. I hope you don't have to wait to learn the hard way. Happy New Year, everyone, and may God bless you once again. God bless you.